What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another property tour. Today, we're in my backyard, Silver Valley, Maple Ridge. This happens to be one of our latest listings. It's 7-bedroom, 7-bath, just under $1.69 million with a basement suite. You guys are gonna take a look at that. I just wanna show you guys, so this is actually same builder as one of our other luxury homes. This builder builds throughout North Van, West Van, and you guys are gonna see the features. Now, obviously, I'm partial because it is my listing or one of my team members' listings, but you're gonna see why. Oh, once the truck goes by, you're gonna see why I personally am contemplating buying this house. Come on in. Okay, first off, we have engineered hardwood flooring throughout. Nice lighting fixtures. It is staged because if you're a realtor out there, or if you're looking to sell your new home, you should always stage it. It shows the best out of it. This is going to be access to both, I don't know if you can go around there, the garage, as well as, once again, a movie theater room, and access outdoor, indoor locked key, but to the basement suite as well. But the garage, which I'll show you guys later, is an extra high ceiling. You can put a trailer in it, you can do whatever, which is really cool because obviously when you get into more of like the suburban area, it's harder to find places where your boat fits in the garage, where you can create racking and stacking systems with those high ceilings. So it's really nice. You guys are gonna take a look. If you guys have watched my videos before, you know I'm a massive fan of having a bathroom that doesn't attach to the kitchen. Nobody wants to hear the smells or sounds of the bathroom connected to your actual kitchen. So this is private. You have guests over. They can come use it. They have the floating toilet. 24 by 48, if I remember, tiles on there. In top routine, they're beautiful. Floating cabinetry, backlit. I mean, all of the lighting that you see here is all included. Yeah, everything is super modern, but it also kind of has that country feel to it, which I like. Yeah, very similar to a lot of the builds in the area when you look at West Van or the higher end stuff. This part I love. Everybody needs an office space to be able to work out of. The perfect space, lots of natural light, lighting fixtures throughout. They actually have power outlets throughout as well. So you can, if you want to add additional fixtures, power outlets if you want to put a TV or a screen because you're watching the news or whatever it may be. Fully functional room for a desk. I really like it. Sub panel right here. So there's your easy access to electricity. We're gonna come this way. So this is your big closet. So you can put all your jackets, shoes, all that jazz. I would probably put a shoe rack in the corner there at the front entrance too, but next to that. So we're walking in here, we got 10-foot ceilings. So you have a nice open airy space, but really functional layout. Sometimes, depending on the size of the house, I like it when the dining room is separated from the living room. Realistically, the real usage usually only happens in the kitchen. Dining room, you have dinner, but you have this fully functional living room / family room that you can use anytime. If you look behind the fireplace, you're actually going to have the full TV screen and everything ready to go there. We're gonna talk about the furnace and the heating system, but generally speaking, anything and everything that you're gonna need is right in front of you. Tons of cabinetry, all custom cabinets, all soft close touch. I really like this, even though I'm a big fan of gas burners, this instant Fisher Paykel stovetop is something that's pretty amazing. And the reason why I say that is it heats up almost instantaneously. It looks slick, super easy to clean, gorgeous backsplash, the whole venting and everything here. This is something that you don't see over too often. Come on over to this side. So this is your wine fridge, which a lot of homes are coming from that. I mean, I have one in my place. Most people do as well now with the new builds, but you never actually see the cabinetry built into it. It's usually a stainless steel appliance sitting there by itself. We have, can you see this? Fisher Paykel dishwasher, sink. If I could say anything, I would probably want a little bit of bigger sink, to be honest. That's the only downside personally. But this is an island sink, so this is more meant to do a quick rinse and throw it in the dishwasher because on this side, we have the full inset sink. So this sink right here will more or less accompany any of the actual cooking and things that you need to do. Double oven. Once again, everything here is a Fisher Paykel package, which is, we've talked about this in a previous video, but I would say you're not gonna be like Thermador and Sub-Zero type level, but one step below that. So above like Samsung and LG, nothing wrong with those. Those are great appliances as well. But this is definitely gonna be a higher end, more chef inspired kitchenette. You have your double door fridge and freezer below. For a home that's well under $2 million, these things are not what you commonly find. Like this house in 2022 would probably go for 2.1 million all day long. So for it to be under 1.7 right now is a pretty screaming deal. You have tons of cabinetry space throughout. All of it is usable, shelving built in. Yeah, it's a super functional kitchen. One thing I love, and I've been getting into, Bruce, you do a lot of spicy food type stuff or what?
I do chef it up.
You do chef it up, I like that.
Chef it up.
So this is really cool. And it's great, especially if you have kids and stuff too, and you necessarily don't want to be cleaning 24/7, or maybe you're going to be doing a big cookout. Now you actually have the gas range here, and obviously the stove and range. You have another Samsung stainless fridge. So with the combination of that fridge and this, you got all the storage that you could possibly need. One thing too, and I know this is a funny thing, one of the downsides of my Thermador fridge at home is that they're not very deep. Like, so all of the ones with the custom cabinetry on top of it, right? Because it's built into the cabinetry, it's restricted by how much stuff you can put in there. I don't know about you guys, but every second weekend, I love pizza. My kids love pizza, so it's pizza night. You cannot put a pizza box in my fridge. So if you're into pizzas, this one you definitely can. So one of the things, I know I talked about this island, and it's definitely, I mean, this is a 4x8 island. But one of the things that, we talk about is the finishings. Those are always important stuff. And the overflow, or what we like to call the waterfall on the island, I just love the coloring. It matches everything. They've really picked what suits this entire environment. And look who we have here. Just the stalker showed up. How's it going?
Good, man, good.
Roshan's here to film a video on the home as well, but might as well hop in here, man. I'd like to hear your opinion on it.
Absolutely. And while we are on the waterfall island, I want you all to know there are two ways of doing a waterfall island, because in my past life I have done some work with regards to this. This is a mitre 45. It's difficult to get it right, and this is where the detailing comes into picture, because a lot of people would go straight flat, like you would have a straight cut and then a base at the bottom, but this wasn't a mitre. That's exactly when it's done in high-end properties, because this shows well, flows well, and the finish quality is much, much better. And this clearly looks a really good 3-inch slab on top of it, which is pretty good. Everything which you go to see, if you see right over here, Bruce, can you come this side? It's absolutely matched. It cuts in and then it flows down.
Yeah, and that's the true waterfall.
Correct, that's a true waterfall, and that's the detailing which I can just walked in and just saw this and was like, yeah, good craftsmanship.
Well, you can tell, like we've done a video on, we've listed a $2.7 million home in Maple Ridge, same builder, and that has super high quality too. You can definitely tell that it's a different level of builder for the neighborhood. And to be honest, that 2.7 is an expensive build for this area. It's worth it in my opinion. Probably will sell for less. I think that's a great bargain for whoever grabs that. But to be under that 1.69 for this type of finish, like if you look at the other homes we're competing against down the line, it really does offer a completely different aesthetic and finish than they do. And it's just thought out. Like this one, having, in my house, I have the same thing, having the plugs on each side. So this is where you can bring your blender, you can do all that other stuff. It makes it fully functional and usable. And like I said, the only downside that I thought it would have been nice to have a little bit of a bigger sink. But really, this is just a rinsing sink. The main sink is over there. So when you're going to be cooking or doing any of those things, you're good to go.
Actually, this is very thoughtfully done, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just simply because it's not a small sink.
Yeah.
If you actually go to think about how it is structured,
yeah.
Okay, this is serving a dual purpose, because you have
you got the dishwasher and
your wine fridge
yeah.
right here, so you'll have your drinks and everything.
Yeah.
And this is just to keep your drinks. You keep your tray over here, keep
yeah.
everything ready, kind of a thing,
yeah.
which is pretty good. One thing I really love about this house, man, is firstly that greenery which you can see through the windows, but the size of those windows.
Yeah, it's got tons of light in here.
Yeah.
It actually, I feel like I keep saying this over and over. It's got a very similar feel to my house, obviously a little bit smaller, like 2,000 square feet smaller, and it's not on acreage. The view that I have out the back, I don't know if you can get that, Bruce, but it's pretty much identical to the view of mine, right? And for me, this is, genuinely not joking, this is definitely one of them on the list that once I sell my property, if it's still around, which I doubt it will be, that I will be seriously considering purchasing myself, is I'm looking to have something with no maintenance, that I literally lock the door and I go travel, do my speaking gigs, coaching, real estate, all that jazz that I do. and there's almost no maintenance. So if you're looking for a beautiful house in an area, and this is the thing, I got 2 kids, 11 and turning 8. So for me, having a neighborhood where there's lots of kids in, schools, all that close by is huge. Like my kids' school is only about 10 minutes away from here. And if they wanted to transfer, they could go to Yenadin, which is literally a 500-meter walk. But next to that, you have Maple Ridge Park, which has a water park, massive brand new park in it. You have a pump track over here for the kids, so they can ride their scooters and their bikes. It's a total community feel. So yeah, you don't get the massive outdoor backyard, but for myself, and you have fields all around. For myself, this is perfect for my stage in life in the fact that I don't have time. It's one of the main reasons I'm selling my house, to spend 6 hours a week, cutting my grass and all that stuff on an acreage, which is this type of home is more or less what you'd find on that. Here, I still get that greenery, that acreage feel, right? Because I'm looking almost the exact same type of view I have in my house is back here. You have a nice little patch of grass. That's where I would be putting my cold plunge and sauna, right out there.
And you know what? Most of the clients that I have been meeting off late want a big backyard.
Yeah.
And there's a particular reason for it. Is it rains quite a lot in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Maple Ridge is not further away. And
Yeah.
what they say is, we're not going to be utilizing it that much.
Yeah.
We just need a covered area like this one has. Bruce, if you can come in out here. It's a beautifully shed on top of your head. You can sit over here. Even if it is raining, you can still enjoy the outdoors because there is a gas hookup for your barbecue. You can have the same hookup split into 2 and have a small fireplace going out here, which is gas, and enjoy it. And you don't have too much of maintenance to do. But again, if you have kids, you can still come out here and play a game of soccer, put a goal post over there.
Yeah, you could do whatever.
And
the reality is just up the street, I don't know if you can see it, but literally right there is a basketball court, pump track. There's a place for kids to play soccer. There's an entire park. Right there is a mountain biking and dirt biking, or not dirt biking, mountain biking and like BMX kind of course. So this area was specifically designed for young families or new families with kids. Let's just put it that way.
Absolutely.
And like you said, for me, what I would be doing with that, and guys, just so you know, like the fact that that's pretty much ready to go, it's all installed, that cost me $800 to put that gas outlet in, even though the gas was just raw put into my thing. So like they've finished a lot of the things that most people have to add extra money to. What I would personally do with the place is I would obviously put my gas barbecue back there, and you could look at either a gas or propane fire pit, but I would literally put a heater up top for the winter so that all of a sudden it becomes an all year round thing. You can get those heaters right now for $2,500, and all of a sudden this space, because you're fully covered, like he said, right, it's totally taken care of. Plus, it's very low maintenance because if you look, it's got the aluminum flashings up top, whereas mine is cedar or something along those lines. So you have to pressure wash, or sorry, if you pressure wash them, you got to be careful. You have to paint them every 5 to 10 years. Like there's way more maintenance. This quick pressure wash and you're good to go. And I mean, even like this flooring, this flooring is, you never have to do anything. You wash it with a mop and you're good to go. You look over here, it's not like, and my home is 7 years old, and it has, the treated wood lumber or whatever that goes down on the stairs. I've already had to replace 4 of them just because I have dogs running up and so on and so forth. This, with the aluminum, you never have to do anything. It's simply cleaning and that's it. It's pretty simple. I cannot say it enough for somebody that's in the life stage that I'm in, that the kids are in school, that you may travel a lot, or maybe you don't even travel a lot outside of Vancouver, but you drive to like Burnaby, Vancouver for work. You do things like that. Who wants to spend their entire weekend maintaining a home, right? This home gives you all the features that you don't have to maintain, which is nice.
And the sweet part about it is even if you turn off all the lights, there is a lot of abundance of light out here, simply because of the fact that this is a east-west facing house. And generally east-west facing houses have a lot more light simply because in the morning you'd have it in the front of your house, in the evenings you would have it at the back end of your house. These are small things which make that difference because that's where will be the difference between you feeling low and dull when it rains comparatively to a brighter day, and you'll have the extra light that you want. In this country that we live in, especially in Vancouver,
Yeah.
vitamin D is extremely important. Instead of paying money for it, you're getting it with the house.
That's true. Well, and just extra things too. Like they didn't have to put a window here, but all of a sudden it just increases how bright it is tenfold, right? So anyways, you can tell that it's been thought out. A lot of the things too, I'm just looking right now. Funny enough, I just noticed this. You can see all of the pre-wiring for speakers. Those haven't been installed, but the fact that that's already there would be extremely easy to set up a surround sound system for the entire house. Yeah, it's just thought out. And Maple Ridge has great building codes. They have additional things like fire suppression, all that jazz as well. Okay, couple quick things. I just like to point these out because these are all things that are not in cookie cutter homes. Technically, this is a custom home, but
So the millwork.
you have the millwork, coffered. Like these are things that you don't find in the regular pre-sale market when it comes to homes.
And one of the advantages of having a custom builder of this quality actually build homes is even if you see the chandelier in the center, generally they would put in what I have seen from past or cookie cutter builders is this would be either overpowering or very minuscule. Whereas over here, if you actually see the space and see the size of it,
it's thought out.
It's perfectly thought of. It's not too big, it's not too small, gives you enough light and has that artsy element to it. That's something which I really observed and I liked it because that's something which stands out. If you see over here itself, literally Bruce, just behind you, you have two massive windows. One is a sliding window just to open up and get in fresh air. And this is another thing. This may be very small for a lot of people, but if you actually go to see the way it has been done, there is a mesh screen already done. Now, it's not a big thing. I agree, 100%. But what's important is the attention to detail because he's thought of it to keep it open for the fresh air to come in.
And you can feel it.
And you can feel it and to keep the bugs out. Now, this could be, you can install it yourself for like 150 or 180 bucks. Per
So how many
screen.
windows are in this place?
Exactly. So similar to that, these are important things to note while you are actually looking at buying a detached home and buying it from a proper builder. These are few things which may not sound big because the first thought process is, hey, I'm paying $1.7 million. You know what is 180 bucks? 180 bucks times 15.
Well, and it's where they paid attention. And so, I mean, if you guys are looking to buy a home in the Lower Mainland, we would love to show you these types of homes and really point out the difference on what you're paying for. Because obviously, you can pay 1.7 million and you can get places that have thought through everything, or you can get more cookie cutter and you might like the location. There might be some other ups to it because everybody's a little bit different. But if that's something you guys are looking at too, please reach out to us. If you go into my description, there's a strategy session booking and my direct sell. So reach out to us anytime. We'd love to chat with you. But also,
and if he's super busy, which he's always, you can reach out to me. There's a description in my, there's a link in my description below to book a one-on-one call with me. You get the same thing. Even better attention to detail.
Totally.
That's pretty much it.
Totally. He is more OCD, that's for sure.
Yeah, agreed. But here's my OCD going into gear number 2. So as soon as you come in, this is why I love the way this has been constructed from an architectural perspective. Because, come over here, Bruce. This is your first bedroom. It's not a primary. So let's get into this. Each bedroom in this particular build-up has its own bathroom and wardrobe. That's not common. And again, the finishes are important. If you come in over here, the way it has been done with the black fixtures against a white slate, and even here's the thing, you never see that because 9 out of 10 times nobody actually puts a tile right on the top, but he's made sure that the artistic element is maintained throughout this home. Another thing is there is ventilation. Apart from a normal vent running, there is a window where you can have natural ventilation going on. Small details. This is another thing why this is important. This is away from the other bedrooms, and this can be your in-laws suite kind of a thing.
Or maybe you have a teenager that wants his own space.
Correct.
All those different stuff. One thing I wanted to show you, Bruce, if you can come out. Actually, let's show it over here. This is not a negative, but honestly, this is something that you should know when purchasing a home. So if we see this, there's 2 different types of roofs on this home. Okay, so on this level, on the regular roof that we would call it, is going to have your shingles, right?
This is torch on.
On here is torch on, and it's technically called the flat roof. Now, this is the thing, is all flat roofs done on an angle. So they actually measure it so the water flows out. Sorry to stand in front of you, brother. But you'll actually see, Bruce, can you come over here and maybe zoom in on this just so they can see it? There's a little hole right over there in the corner. Can you see that? So that's obviously where the drainage. So there's a couple things with roofs like this, they do require a little bit more maintenance and you need to stay on top of it. Anything that you can think of as flat or low grade will collect trees, leaves, will collect dust. And when it snows, it will collect water and so on and so forth. So you want to always keep an eye on it, make sure there's no puddling. You want to make sure that you're, sweeping it off, every quarter, whatever it may be. It is a little bit more maintenance to it, but it gives a really good look, and it also extends the life of the building because now you have more coverage on the outside of the building as well. So just as an FYI, these are like small details that I always try to tell my clients when we do walkthroughs, because you're buying a home. When you come into a brand new home, it's brand new, everything's perfect. More than likely, you've never lived in a home like this before. I've personally never had a house with a flat roof portion on it, but I've had hundreds of clients that have. So it's just important to know, once again, that the certain maintenance, and if you have the right agent, they're gonna be able to kind of walk you through the things that you need to know to make sure you protect your home over the long run in your investment.
To add to that, because this is a brand new home, you've got to also remember that it comes under the 2-5-10 warranty. Mm-hmm. So let's say in the first 2 years, let's hypothesize that, not everything is going to be right. Yeah. So something goes wrong and you see it puddling away from the downsprout or the drainage. You got to bring that to your developer's notice, because that becomes a material or labor defect. They can fix it. Yeah. But if you sit after 2 years and you expect that, this is getting worse, then that's where the challenge happens. And that's the reason when you work with people who have sold a lot of this, we are able to guide you and say, hey, if you see this, let us know, or let the developer know, and we will guide you through the process. That's important to know, because you have your 2-year labor and material warranties. Yeah.
And that's actually, to that note, so just so you guys know, we hear these 2-5-10 warranties. Your realtor should really walk you through what the differences between those warranties are, because as you mentioned, really, and it's not this, so disclaimer on it, it's not fully bumper to bumper, but really the first 2 years would be comparison to the bumper to bumper in your, when you buy a car, for example. Yep. The 5 will be structural or electrical and so on and so forth, plumbing, so on and so forth. 10 is mainly structural, right? So a lot of our clients, we make sure we tell them that when they buy brand new things, because otherwise 7 years down the line, they're expecting something that would be like a light fixture or something goes, that's not gonna be covered, right? So it's important to know what each warranty does. There are standards within British Columbia that they have to go by, but every warranty company does different things. And just so you know how warranty companies work, it actually goes back onto the developer or the builder to actually fix those things. So it's not the warranty company that's fixing it itself. It is the developer or the builder. The warranty company just makes sure they stick to those standards. And of course, if they refuse to do that, then you have the ability to go to them, and then they will kind of recoup the costs. But anyways, let's go into the second bedroom. So as you mentioned before, every single bedroom has both a closet and a window, which makes it a bedroom, but also a full ensuite bathroom. So this home is a full 7-bed, 7-bath, which is pretty awesome, figuring that it is still under 4,000 square feet. It's just shy of 3,900 square feet total. And you're gonna see some bathrooms are gonna be a little bit built out more. This is still gorgeous, but once again, you don't have the ceiling tile. This would be perfect for a kid's room because you have the bathtub, right? So it's thought out. All of them were thought out to put TVs, so you have all the different electrical outlets that you're gonna need to basically make it a functional room. I have clients that are purchasing homes in Burke Mountain, and they're purchasing it from Morningstar. Thank you.
Morningstar Homes.
And so they build great homes. Polygon and Morningstar has a phenomenal reputation. They're one of the biggest single family builders in all of BC. However, once again, everything is an option. When you walk into their homes, and this is important, if you're looking to go into a show home, make sure you bring a realtor that deals with them quite often, because what you see is not what you get. Everything will be ladled, display item, extra bonus. So with that place, basement suite on the regular price was not included. That place, racking and closet was not included. So the closet was, but it's just barren. So you literally have to pay for. So all of a sudden you think you're paying, $2 million in that particular place, 1.899. What my client ended up really buying was going to be almost 2.1 million. So with all the different add-ons. So it's really important to know. The cool thing about this finished home, as you see, next to the furniture and the staging, you see what you get, and that's it. It's pretty straightforward.
So here's the laundry room right out here on the top floor, which is extremely convenient. You have your sink, you have your closets, soft close, a platform to fold your clothes in. Everything is meticulously done, not too big, not too small, right size, including a heating vent so that it doesn't get cold in here while you're doing stuff.
Honestly, you know why the heating vent is so good too? And so the only thing I would personally add to this place that it doesn't have is I would add a dryer bar. I have that in my place. Sometimes I hang it over here, or you can even run a cable through. And the reason for that is when you have heating in here and you're drying, like let's just say jeans or stuff, you don't want to put in a dryer, or a nice shirt or something like that because you don't want it to get shrunken. Right? It's a great place to have it, and you have the natural heat and air coming in, so you will dry your clothes outside of it. You have full size, side-by-side LG. It's a little bit of a tight space, to be honest, on that. I mean, it fully opens up so you can put it in there, but yeah, it is a little bit of tight space. But you got to look at it this way, is realistically, do you want all of their living area or livable area in a washer, dryer, laundry room, or do you want it in your...
And nobody wants to lose square feet in the laundry room.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly. Okay, let's go into here. So this, we'll do the primary first, and then we'll go into like the third bedroom or fourth bedroom. So the primary is huge. We talk about this all the time. I feel like most primaries, they should have vaulted ceilings. They did a really nice job on this one. This is obviously a king size bed. We have both side tables, so lots of space. You can put a TV up here. There's just a ton of available space. Very, very usable. You're not going to get lost in it, but definitely this big king size fits in here with more than enough room to spare. You see, you have extra plugs, so if you want extra lighting, or what we talked about below, having that surround sound throughout the entire home. What were you going to say?
That's what I'm saying. There are outlets already provided for that.
Outlets already provided. This is actually for either a hanging light or a fan. Maybe you want some extra circulation. This I love. Okay, so similar to my house once again. You did the tour at my house.
Yep.
You have this Juliet balcony, which is actually not even a Juliet balcony. It's a straight up balcony, specifically for the master only. Great place to come out here, have a cappuccino, smoke a cigar, do whatever you want to do. But it really allows you to, enjoy the indoor-outdoor space. And once again, it's all about lifestyle. For me, I love looking at the greenbelt, right? So yeah, your property does go behind, but obviously there's a setback. Very similar to what I have. You are gonna have a house on this side and a house on this side eventually. That is the reality of living in a neighborhood, right? A suburban neighborhood. But you can even see from here, you could literally, even when they build the house next door, you can watch your kids playing at the pump park and the pump track. You can watch them over there at the BMX track. Like, it is very community driven and extremely focused on kids. Like, it's so many kids things to do here that your kids will never get bored, and you genuinely don't need a backyard. They have it right over there. Now this bathroom's pretty cool. The master primary ensuite. You wanna show them this?
Sure. Not that anything over here has been done small sized. It is massive. May it be your walk-in shower. If you can come inside, guys.
I'll close this for you.
Yep. One of the things generally in a shower, what happens is people come in here and they hit their hand on the sides because it's already crammed. But here,
lots of space.
Yeah, lots of space. You can move around. Jets, rainfall shower. This is perfect.
Yeah, and if you're all young ladies, so if there's a young lady watching it too, and you don't want to get your hair wet, which I've witnessed and understand big time, you also have, obviously the jets will go on, but you also have the handheld option, so it doesn't have to come from the overhead. Yeah.
This is perfect for me because after playing soccer or doing any workouts, fill this with Epsom salt and hot water and lie in it so that all that strain and sprain has gone away. You have your his and hers sinks, closet, drawer space at the bottom. Everything is done up perfectly. The entire thing is tiled.
Literally the entire
Bathroom has been tiled. You don't get better than that. Like I said, the attention to detail. Even over here on the roof, you have tiles.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note, like the tiles I particularly like, just so you guys know, the smaller the tile, you can actually get away with a little bit more curvature and so on and so forth. So these are all, 24 by 48 towel, or 36 I should say probably, tiles
36.
throughout the entire thing, which is awesome. So some of the upgrade options, I'm just gonna move away the staging here for a quick second, was the fact that you would have drawers. So drawers is something I use all the time. This is significantly cheaper to do, right? Obviously you need some of this, you wanna throw towels, you wanna throw bigger items into it, but when you have a toothbrush, when you have all these other things, you might not necessarily wanna keep it all on the counter. You might, I do sometimes, not gonna lie, but the fact is the drawers are once again all self-touch, and these are the types of things that actually cost more when building versus just having the open doors. This is the thing, guys, and I think it's important to note. So obviously we have all the custom cabinetry in here. So as we talked about before, this would be an option in 95% of the big name builders. This would be realistic, probably a $5,000 option, something like that, right? Or maybe even more. So the fact that it's all built in there is huge. They've utilized the space all the way to the very top. Some of you may not be able to reach it, but the fact that you have shelving all the way up there, you're using the whole space. I know what you guys are thinking, and I agree in a certain aspect that it's not a huge walk-in closet for, especially in comparison to a lot of the other places that we viewed. But keep in mind, this is going to be the least expensive home I've ever toured on this channel so far. And not by a little bit, by $1 million, right? So this is still under 4,000 square feet. And honestly, you guys got to wait till the end, because when I show you downstairs, you're going to be like, wow, all of this included. It's important to note that you are getting the functionality and feel of a $2.7 million plus home, right? But it still is, we have to be realistic, it still is 3,800 or 3,900, just under 3,900 square feet and under 1.7 million, right? So you're getting a lot of that $2.7 to $3.7 million feel, but it is a smaller home. All right, so this is the 4th bedroom upstairs. Obviously it's not staged, but it gives you an idea. This is another thing too. If you're looking to list your home, you can kind of see the difference between this and the staged ones. It shows a massive difference. So that's why we always recommend, especially for a brand new home or a vacant home, it's not a bad thing to do. It helps sell the home. But once again, this is definitely between these two, the side outlets, you can put a king size bed in here. Once again, and we mentioned this before, you have all the outlets to put a TV or whatever you need here. So everything is available for you. This would be a perfect second kid's bedroom or whatever you may be. This is probably in the size wise, obviously we have the primary master is the biggest. The first one we saw would be the second biggest. And then this would probably be the third, just to kind of give you, because it's hard to tell on camera the size wise. But I mean, you can't really beat that view. Looking at greenery and trees behind you is pretty awesome. So far, this is probably one of the best thought out homes I've been to as far as flow and utilization of the space. Important to make sure, very important, that you at least have one tub in every home that you sell or that you buy. The reason for that is because these homes, this might not be a starter home, but it might be the first home they buy as far as a house wise, I should say. It might be the first upgrade house. But a lot of the people, like we talked about, is full of skate parks and basketball courts. It's family orientated, right? So kids, especially young ones, toddlers, so on and so forth, need bathtubs. And it is a make or break for some buyers that we've dealt with in the past, not having at least one tub for them to get washed in. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now let's head downstairs to see the thing which you have been waiting for, to know how much extra money you can make on this property.
Okay. All right, okay, so we're gonna go downstairs. Once again, guys, we're heading downstairs and you have wainscoting on the walls. And we're heading downstairs, which is kind of unheard of, right? Come into here, I really wanted to show you guys, we literally, Bruce, what happened when we first came in here to start filming? What happened?
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, so one of the neighbors or somebody that's in the area literally came by to come look at the place and we give him a little tour, but it's a little bit of an echo in here too, because it's so huge. It's got to be 20 plus foot
This
ceilings.
is 30 feet.
30 feet, you think?
Yeah, this is 30 feet.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
But Bruce, do you remember what he asked for first?
To check out the garage.
To check out the garage. And the reason why is because, and we talked about this a little bit at the beginning, in this day and age, it's very hard to get property where you can park boats, trailers, things like that in, right? And storage is always a key, right? Like we are a consumer-driven nation, right?
Yeah.
Which, in other words, we all have way too much junk, right? So where do we store it all? Well, here it'd be extremely easy to put racking systems in above grade to store it. They even thought it through, and they have a power outlet up there. So if you want to keep that for heating or lighting or anything else that you want to do up there, right? Or actually, my friends in the States just started doing this. It's huge down there right now. It costs about 15 grand. I mean, this is in Texas, so don't quote me on it. But basically what they do is they literally create an entire upper like mezzanine like you would see in commercial just for storage, right? And what they do is with the power outlet, they do a little lift. It's the coolest thing ever. And they bring all this stuff up there. I'm sure they sell it in Canada somewhere as well. I don't know about pricing, but it just gives you a ton of options, right? Look at the huge lighting that you have up top. The fact that you have windows up at 20 plus feet to bring in that natural light is huge. You have these garage doors, like I can tell you comfortably, I can put my trailer, it's only a 20 footer, it's not a huge one by any means, but my trailer would fit in here, a boat would fit in here, multiple cars would fit in here. Like it's just a ton of space. Maybe you want a home gym, that could go in here too. Like definitely 2-car wide, no pillars in the way, right? So when you find 3-car garages, most of them, they have pillars in the way. It's 100% usable space, both on the floor, but all the way up to 30 feet as well. All right, this is my favorite part of the house. But Roshan, I'll let you talk about it a little bit.
To be very honest, this is his favorite part of the house. This is I wouldn't say my least favorite, but
the least you would use.
No, this would be something where my wife would really enjoy it because she loves movies and I am okay with watching movies, but I'm not a big movie buff.
Yeah.
I would actually convert this space for this World Cup. Yes, 100%. The game out there, a beer cooler right there, food coming from the top. That's all. Don't want much in life, to be very honest. That should be enough. But this space gives you multiple options. Like you said, it's a movie theater for the moment with a recessed lighting on the top. Again,
and I turned off the light, I think.
you actually turned off the light,
There you go.
If you see the recessed lighting on the top, it's beautiful. It gives you that feel. You still have a window almost at grade, which gives you a ton of light during the normal day. You can come here, relax. It's all built in so that you do not have to worry about what is in here. You can
you just put your speaker system.
put your speakers, put everything in there, and it gets covered. You don't have to worry about it.
But I'll also mention, because like I said, this is my favorite room. So this is the one that already has built-in speakers, but also, so you got your power outlet for your projector here, right? And there's a cable tubing. Basically, you can run the tubing all the way down to the back of that. So it's completely that to the speaker system. So it's not just speaker, your amplifiers, all the different types of things that you have. It's already insulated carpeting. This is the only carpeting in the entire home, specifically built for the sound. The other thing that you could do with this place, if you're not into that, this would be the perfect gym area as well, without a doubt, because there's tons of space. It would be a little bit sad to get rid of a lot of the cool things that are in here or change this carpet because it's beautiful, but you could definitely do that. If we come over to this side, this is the heart of the home, right? So I don't know, here, let me turn the lights on here. So we got lots of lights. Can you peek around the corner? There's Bruce's house.
Yes.
Perfect. All jokes aside though, tons of storage space just in there alone, which is huge. And you could create, once again, some kind of shelving racking system, something like that to even utilize it more. You have a massive hot water tank, all the AC and all the heating, the heat exchanger, everything is all here. They even have, which is kind of cool, they have the expansion tanks, and everything is fit and modern, easy to work at, lots of space to get into. They even, for this area, which is, I thought it was really smart. It's just small things that they think about. They even have an electric baseboard heater in here just to make sure that you don't get any dampness or any of those things. Generally speaking, in this area, we're above water level, so you don't need like a pump sump or sump pump or any of those kind of things. But anything that is going to be bare concrete can not bleed water, but basically have some evaporation in there. So to have some heat on there, it's just thought out. You know what I mean? Like when you think about it, that little thing maybe cost $100, $150, but then you had to wire it, you had to plan it, you can tell that this builder's built a ton of homes and knows what works and doesn't work, right?
Absolutely.
And then on top of that story, brother, when you're drinking beers, watching FIFA, right? Watching the World Cup, go Canada. I think their first game's on Saturday, right?
Tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow first game.
Oh yeah, they're playing Bosnia tomorrow, right?
Bosnia.
Yeah.
In Toronto.
You're drinking beers, or maybe, and shout out to the ladies that staged it. Bamboo is one of my favorite. It's actually really sweet. Have you ever tried this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Extremely sweet.
It is very sweet. If you like sweet banana-ish kind of flavor, that's the rum for you. But anyways, that's a different video. But they have the full washroom here, which is nice, right? So it makes it completely usable. If you turn it into a gym and you got to go because there's too much pre-workout, it's right there as well.
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's come to the money part of the house. Come on in. This is the access to your mortgage helper. This is a legal suite, right?
Sorry?
This
It is a legal
suite.
suite.
It is a
yeah.
legal suite.
Yeah.
So you're paying taxes already for it. It's all up to code. People coming here have their own access door from the back.
Yep.
If you can see this.
And they have their own deck space back there too.
Yeah, they have their own deck space. You have air conditioners right here. Yep, you have your air cons right here. They have their own space over here. The access point for them is over there. They come in from the side of the house. A massive space for them.
Sorry to interrupt you, brother. I just want to point out, because you did mention the air conditioner, it's separate. One for the main residence, and one for the actual suite itself, which is awesome. So you're not going to be draining for each other. They're different zoned. So many municipalities, not every single one, but it's important to note, for a legal suite to be there, they need to have control of their own power is usually in every single one. So they have to be able to turn up their heat. It cannot be decided by who's living upstairs, how warm or cold they're going to be downstairs. But generally, I'm not 100% sure with Maple Ridge, to be honest, but generally speaking, they have to also have their own hydro meter or bill, right?
They have to have their
so
meter.
POCO they do for sure. A few places for sure they do, but these guys definitely do, which is nice.
Again, it's nice and airy, huge. The kitchen has all the appliances brand new. Can move in. Nobody has it. The washer dryer is here. You have your full. Again, if you see this, it's the same finishing that you saw upstairs. It's not compromised out here either.
Yeah.
Everything has been done to the same quality, giving you the same feel in the house. You may choose to actually rent it out, or you may choose not to rent it out and have your in-laws stay with you. In that case, you're still giving them the same quality of finish and lifestyle that you would be having upstairs.
Yeah. The kitchen space is extremely usable. Lots of kitchen cabinetry space for the size. You got a microwave. You got everything else that you're looking for. Like they have legitimate quartz countertops. Like cabinetry's all there. It's all still soft close. So the overall build is still to the same quality or close to the same quality finishings as you're going to find throughout the rest of the house. And a home like this would probably rent for $1,600 to $1,800 a month, something like that. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this home. Like I said, I'm a little bit biased. Obviously, this is one of our listings, but genuinely, this is a home that if I sell my home is going to be on the list. It checkmarks all that lifestyle living that I'm personally looking for, and I'm not sure if you are as well. But it kind of gives you that modern luxury feel. Everything is usable here. It's probably one of the best layouts I've seen in a very long time. And if you're in that lifestyle that you just want to be able to, condo, penthouse lifestyle where you can just lock the door, take off, go on vacation, go work, do whatever, low maintenance, but you get the luxuries of a beautiful place in a great neighborhood, this home might be for you. And if it is for you, or if you would like to see homes like this, please reach out. Like I said, my cell phone's directly below in the description, or you can book a strategy session with me directly to talk about looking for homes or possibly listing your home, or maybe yet getting your home, even if it's not listed with us, on this YouTube channel to kind of show everybody else around. But as you guys can see here, it's been listed for 4 days. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a couple more, 7 showings, 7 groups through already. This home probably won't last long just because the amount it offers for it's technically $1,688,000 is the asking price, the original price. So for that, under that 1.69, it just truly offers a lot. So till next time, guys, remember it's important who you work with. I'd love the opportunity to earn your business because that's generally how I feel it is. And reach out, subscribe, like. Is there anything else? Oh, share. Can they share?
Oh, they can share.
They can share. From Bruce and I, thanks again for watching. We'll see you on the next tour.